ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਮਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਣੰ ਸਰਬਤਰ ਆਸਾ ਪੂਰਨੈ ਖੰਡਣੰ ਕਲ ਕਲੇਸ਼ੈ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸਿਮਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਨਹਿ ਦੂਰਨੈ। ਹਬ ਰੰਗ ਮਨ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਸੰਗ ਤੈ ਸਿਓ ਲਾਈਐ ਨੇਹੁ ਸੋ ਸ਼ੋ ਬਿੰਦ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਰੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਸੁੰਦਰ ਰਚਿਆ ਦੇਹੁ ਪੌੜੀ। ਜਿਉ ਪ੍ਰਾਨ ਤਨ ਧਨ ਦੀਆ ਦੀਨੇ ਰਸ ਭੋਗ ਗ੍ਰਹਿ ਮੰਦਰ ਰਥ ਅਸ ਦੀਏ ਰਚ ਭਲੇ ਸੰਜੋਗ। ਸੁਤ ਬਨਤਾ ਸਾਜਨ ਸੇਵਕ ਦੀਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਦੇਵਨ ਜੋਗ। ਹਰ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਹਰਿਆ ਲਹਿ ਜਾਹੇ ਵਿਜੋਗ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗ ਹਰ ਗੁਣ ਰਮਹੁ ਬਿਨ ਸੇ ਸਭ ਰੋਗ। ਹਰ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਤਨ ਮਨ ਹਰਿਆ ਲਹਿ ਜਾਹੇ ਵਿਜੋਗ। ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗ ਹਰ ਗੁਣ ਰਮਹੁ ਬਿਨ ਸੇ ਸਭ ਰੋਗ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, today's ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ from Sachkhand Sri Harmandir Sahib is on Ang 706, blessed to us by Dhan Sri Guru Arjun Dev Ji Sache Paatshah। Satguru Ji Paatshah Ji, Dhan Sri Guru Arjun Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they say to us via this beautiful pauri, starting off with a Shalok. Paatshah Ji say to us, Shalok ਮਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਣੰ। Guru Sahib Ji saying to us, when we look at the second pankti of this, they saying that one that does so much for you. Guru Sahib Ji Paatshah Ji Dhan Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Paatshah Ji saying to us, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ that Vaheguru Ji that gives you man ਇੱਛਾ ਦਾਨ ਕਰਨ man ਇੱਛਾ, the desires of our mind, that one that fulfills the desires of our mind, ਇੱਛਾ dan, the one that gifts us with all our desires. And then sarbatra asa, so asa here all our hopes, sarbatra all of them, and the purane, the one that completes all of them. Then pachi kende khandanang, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਖੰਡਣੰਗ ਕਲ ਕਲੇਸ਼ੈ, so the one that actually takes away what? Our kalesh, Sangat Ji, the conflict within our mind. Khandanang means to destroy. The one that destroys all the kalesh, all the conflicts that are going on in our own mind, because that's where it all starts. If we get into an argument with somebody else, if we end up arguing with someone, it's because of our own state of mind. Sangat Ji, otherwise we wouldn't actually enter an argument with anyone else. If we say, ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਲੇਸ਼ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ, that there's so much kalesh at home, there's so much conflict at home within the household, but that conflict has only occurred because there is still conflict within me, because I'm still empty from inside within my own self. So Paatshah Ji they say to us that Prabh Simar, why don't you meditate on that one? The one that always fulfills your desires. The one that always takes away your conflict. So Paat ji kende oda simran karo. Always remain in the simran, in the remembrance and meditation of that one. Fir Paat ji kende neh durane, the one that isn't far from you. And Sangat ji, this another way that when I was reflecting on this Shabad in the morning was that Guru Sahib Ji saying to us that Prabh Simar, they're saying remember Vaheguru Ji through this way. And even if we look at the Rara's actually on the Simar has got a Sihari. So we can translate this to Simar is ਢੰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, through this way. In which way should we remember Vaheguru Ji? Remember Vaheguru Ji, reflect that whatever that I desired, that Vaheguru Ji gifted it to me. That Sarbatra Asa, that all that hopes that I had, they were completed for me. As I'm actually reflecting on this, every time I had this deep inner desire for something in life, and then whether that actually was fulfilled for me within hours, whether that happened within days or months or years, or Sangat Ji, whether it happened and we can't even remember it, maybe it was from our last life, but the law, but the nature of Vaheguru Ji's whole hukam is that whatever my inner deep desire is, I will draw that to myself. I will end up obtaining that, because that is the way Vaheguru Ji works. The saying, so as and whenever that happens, the moment that I actually receive that, whatever it is that my desire was, the moment, Sangat Ji, that my hopes are fulfilled, and the moment that any conflict within my mind, that kalesh, that chagde, in my own mind, the suffering, that pain, if any point of moment that is I'm released from that is taken away from me, then Paat is saying, make that your cause of remembering that Vaheguru Ji. That becomes my way of doing Simran. Sangat Ji, because there's so many ways of starting to connect to that Vaheguru Ji. And that's why Guru Arjun Dev Ji Paat is saying, kende neh dur na, kende o dur thodi ya, kende that one isn't far. All it is that when we actually receive something, we don't realize that there was actually the nature of Vaheguru Ji, o berdya os Vaheguru Ji da. Kende jida in many places throughout Gurbani, Paat Ji has told us that this is Vaheguru Ji's nature. This is Vaheguru Ji's nature. Satguru Ji Guru Arjun Dev Ji Paat Ji tell us in Gurbani, they say that not even a little sesame seeds worth of effort that we create is overlooked by Vaheguru Ji. Paat Ji say to us, kende kat antar sarb narantar nere hite nera. And then Paat Ji say to us, kende that ek til nahi panne kalle. They're saying to us that not even a little sesame seeds worth that Vaheguru Ji overlooks of our effort. So they say to us, kende that patit pavan har birda sadai. It says that Vaheguru Ji's nature is said to be, and sadai means Vaheguru Ji calls themselves this is their nature. Guru Arjun Dev Ji, what is that? Kende patit pavan. They take those that are patit, those that are sinners, and they purify them. Fir kende ek til nahi panna kalle. Another nature of Vaheguru Ji is, the one part I'm focusing on is here, is ek til nahi panna. That whatever we do, even a little ayata worth, is not overlooked by Vaheguru Ji. And then it says, Kat kat antar, sarb nirantar. Satguru Ji, Guru Arjun Dev Ji Pache, maaf karna, kehte kat kat vasi, sarb navasi. That's a different pankti. So over here, Guru Arjun Dev Ji Pache in this is saying that kat kat vasi, sarb nivasi, nera, hi te nera. Saying that Vaheguru Ji is within each and every heart. So there's a nature of Vaheguru Ji that is sitting inside of us, that when we actually, not even a little iota worth is overlooked. So even if we have this little iota worth of desire inside of something, that eventually somehow or another we will actually achieve that, because that's how the whole hukam of Vaheguru Ji works. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pachi is saying that start to realize Vaheguru Ji is working from right inside of you. Start to realize the closeness of that Vaheguru Ji. That imagine that deep desire that you had inside of you, that you hadn't shared with anyone else. It was inside of you. You hadn't told it to anyone else. You were so afraid of it that you didn't even say out loud. But it was deep inside of you. And Sangat Ji, it actually folded out and you received that. For somebody, Sangat Ji, it might be that they have this deep inner desire that I can't see happening at the moment because I'm a sinner, I'm a patit. But I one day want to bow before my Guru. I'm going to go down on my one knee and take that khande batte, the amrit, and receive the amrit from the Panj Pyare. But in the same breath, you're saying, your intellectual mind is telling you that, nah, how can that happen for me? No way. That can't happen for me, because look at me where I am. मैं किथे आ, मेरे वास्ते किवें ये हो सकदा? नहीं, ये हो ही नहीं सकदा. प्यारे हो, तुहाडे अंदर दी एक इच्छा आ, but there's an deep inner desire that is saying that Vaheguru Ji, save me, that I'd love to become your child, but that seems so far away from you, and your mind keeps telling you, playing tricks on you, is saying that how can that happen for me? Look at the state of me. I'm on drugs. I'm still consuming cocaine. I'm still on that, sniffing away. I'm still doing this, I'm still doing that. Look at the household I live in. My parents will never agree, accept. But that inside the core is saying, haan je kite mera V number lag jave. But only if I was to be saved as well. Only if I was to become that child of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Pacha Ji as well. But not. It can't. Ho jooga. Can it happen? Sangat Ji, there's all this going on inside. You didn't tell anyone. You didn't even say out loud. And then, ki hoya? Oh, jehda tusi socha si kadi ho hi nahi sakda. That what you thought, that how can it happen? Because it was there, not realizing there's a nature inside of you. There's a bird of Vaheguru Ji. There's the nature of Vaheguru Ji inside of you that ek til nahi panne kalle, that is not going to overlook that inner desire. And somehow or another, Vaheguru Ji is going to now start creating everything to work towards that. And you will end up there. So, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pachi is saying, why don't you make today this your Simran? Why don't you make this your connection towards Vaheguru Ji, and to realize how how close are you? That I didn't even share out loud, that I was so scared to admit to myself, that was inside of me has happened. Wow. How? Because it's you that is so close. You are not far. I don't have to shout out and try and get that message heard to you because you are so far. I don't need to shout it out to you. I don't need to go crazy in doing anything crazy because you are so close. But sometimes I don't realize that. Sometimes I'm running around and doing so many other things that I don't realize that's how close you are. Baat chi say kende iyanadiye. Kende he iyanadiye. Iyanadiye Sangat ji is referring to that innocent, childlike bride. You know, sometimes you see a couple, they get married, and then one of them, the bride, can be very childlike. Bhatji saying that and doing her own thing, running around everywhere else, but not actually taking the love of her husband. Bhatji kende iyanadiya manada kai kare. Kende why so much pride? Iyanadiya manada kai kare aapnade ghar. Kende there's somebody sitting inside of your own home, inside of yourself. Aapnade ghar har rango keena maan hai. Kende why haven't you enjoyed the love of the one that is sitting inside of you? Na maan hai. Sho nede. Bhatji Singh kende bahut lag gaya. It's so close. Sho nede. Tan kamliye. Tan here means wife. Kende oh, this is talking about us, our soul, the soul bride. Tan kamliye. Kamliye means oh, you crazy soul bride. Tan kamliye. Bahar kya dhoonde. Why are you searching around outside? What are you doing? Can they go inside? What do I need? What qualities do I need to feel that closeness to you? What do I need to decorate myself with? And Bhatji se kende pੈ ਕੀਆਂ ਦੇਹ ਸਲਾਈਆਂ ਨੈਣੀ. Kende there's something, you need to wear the mascara within your eyes. Oh, what mascara is that then? What mascara do I need to wear to actually feel the closeness of Vaheguru Ji inside? They said you wear the mascara of pੈ. Remember? That love-filled, that devotion-filled fear of Vaheguru Ji is knowing the presence of Vaheguru Ji, knowing that, oh wow, that voice that was so deep inside of me that I was making sure, oh, kisnu sun na jave. Make sure nobody knows that I've actually got this desire. Sangat Ji, and then it happens. It's fulfilled. And then it's like, oh wow. Then you start to realize, that somebody was watching. This pੈ is starting to realize the presence of Vaheguru Ji. Somebody heard that. And then, what else do I need to decorate myself with? Kende bhav ka kar shingaru. Shingar means what the ornaments. The ornaments that I decorate myself with is going to be of love. And having that love inside, wow, all that time, you was inside listening to me. Ah, Pekat, Sunat, Sada hai sange. You was that close to me, Pekat. You was watching me all that time. Sunat. And then Sangat Ji, I've seen this happen to so many. Sangat Ji, you can relate this to your own example. Sangat Ji, I've seen this happen to so many that said, no, me, not me, I'm a flop. It can't happen for me. You don't understand. You don't understand me. I've done some disgusting things. You don't get it. The Guru will never embrace me, not me. Sangat Ji, and then I've seen those very people have gone down on a Bir Asan, on their right knee. They've placed onto the maaf karna, it's your left knee. Placed their left knee onto the ground, and they've put their hands together and received Amrit from the Guru, from the Panj Pyare, because there was somebody inside listening. Guru Sahib Ji saying, make that your Simran today. Realize, oh wow, tu si Bekat, you was watching all that time. Sunat, you was listening. It can't be that you are outside then, only outside. It can't be that you're far away in some heaven that people desire to go to. Tu ta andar hi baitha hai. You are sitting inside. And that's why Sangat Ji, when we start to connect in Simran, we don't go louder and louder and louder. We go quieter and quieter and quieter, because we start to anubhav, mahsoos, experience. We start to experience the presence of Vaheguru Ji. That's why we start off with saying Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. We start calling out. We start calling out to this great existence, this whole, we put that sound out there into the cosmos. Because Vaheguru Ji exists everywhere. But as we start to feel the presence of Vaheguru Ji, that voice starts getting quieter and quieter, because it starts to become Vaheguru. Vaheguru, oh wow, you're inside. And then it goes quieter and quieter. And eventually it just becomes a vibration inside of you. You realize that you are here. You are that Katavasi, Sarb Nivasi, Nere Hi Te Nera. That, Pyareo, this Satguru Ji, Pacha Ji saying to us, make this your Simran. The one that hears that voice of yours that you could have never imagined somebody else hearing. There may have been a person that you was hoping that you marry. And this isn't to say fill yourself with these worldly desires. It's saying no, out of the realization, make this your remembrance of that one, and to feel the closeness of, you've got a true friend sitting inside. That friend that has never not listened to you. And then we can go into that berag, we can go into that love-filled devotion and fill our hearts with that emotion of love for who? And saying, wow, you really are my friend, aren't you? Sajanada, mera sajanada. Ah, nekta khaloida, mera sajanada. You are standing so close. You heard that. Wow. I just had this hope. I hope I get to marry her. She's so amazing. So many qualities. I didn't even tell anyone. And everything started to work that way, that all the doors started opening for me to marry her. Why? Because Sajanada, mera Sajanada, Nikata Khaloida, mera Sajanada. Paach kende Janiyada, Har Janiyada. Who is my Har? Pyareo, over here it says the Lord my beloved, but when you break these words down, they mean so much more than that. Janiyada. Sangaji, Jan means my life. Janiyada means that one, that Vaheguru, that Har, that is more precious to me than my own life. That's how much love these words are in. We start to realize that, wow, Janiyada, you really are my best friend, aren't you? Then I start to live inside of me. I start to then experience and talk to that one. And then I start to be fulfilled. That love. I've got a true friend sitting inside of me now. Janiyada, har Janiyada, nan aloida, har Janiyada. I see you now with these eyes, aloida. That I've seen you with these eyes now, har Janiyada. Where did I see you though? I saw you where? Nan aloya. Where did I see you? With these eyes? Not with these eyes, with the eyes of wisdom. Where did I see you? Nan aloya, kat soya. I saw you kat within my own heart. Kat soya. I saw you sleeping there. What does it mean that I saw you sleeping there? Kat soya. Soya means on the bed. You was on the bed of my heart inside. Kat soya. Why soya? Why asleep though? Why wasn't you awake on my bed? Because first, it felt as if you was asleep. I didn't realize I was looking in the wrong places. But then, when I contemplated, reflected, oh wow, who was listening to that? It was you. It was you. Then I went inside and I made you into my friend. And then I said, Sajanada, mera Sajanada, nikte khaloida mera Sajanada, janiyada, har janiyada, nan aloida, har janiyada. And then I said that nan aloya, kat soya, you was asleep because you was asleep for me. Because I was looking everywhere else for you. I was looking for that love in other people. I was looking for that love everywhere else. I wanted you. I wanted outside. I wanted my children. I wanted my husband. I wanted everyone else to speak sweetly to me. I was trying to draw blood out of that stone. I was trying to, take everything out of them. But now it was you was my real friend, but now you're not awake, you're not asleep anymore. You're awake now. Now I speak to you. At Amrit Priya Guda, because you are that nectar that is so dense, so thick. Imagine that bee. The other day I was saying to my father, I was saying, Dad, I go, Dad, I call him Dad. I said, Dad, dekho. I go, jehdi makhiya, Mikhil di makhiya, this bee. I go, ina da ras aaya. Jada fullan de vich ras bhariya paya. Looking at this bee, and this bee was inside of the flower, and it was sucking out all the nectar within that. I go, dekho. I go, ina vaste, ina de zindagi da ras aaya, ina da khana aaya. This is their food, this is their life, this is their pleasure, this is their joy. This nectar, this flower is everything for them. And pyareo, that sweetness what we are gasping for from others, that sweetness, at amrit, that thick nectar is inside of us. At amrit, Priya, Guda, and it's such a deep color of love inside of us. And I was speaking to somebody yesterday, and she was suffering in a lot of pain, and due to her relationship not receiving that love from her husband, he's constantly speaking bitterly and she's distraught. But now, because of her age as well, it's not got no thought of even leaving that relationship. And she's saying that I'm so upset, and because he doesn't speak to me in this way. He ignores me when I speak, when I try and speak to him. The pain is there. Why? Because we haven't yet found that true friend inside. When we made that one into our true friend, then Sangat Ji, then we won't feel that pain of they aren't speaking to me sweetly, because I've got the sweetest thing sitting inside of me. Now, where do I get that fulfillment from sweetness? Because now when I've got the Amrit inside of me, so now when I speak, Amrit comes out of my mouth. That's what fulfills me now. Each word that comes out of my mouth becomes my friend, is my Sajanada. Sajanada means my companion. Sangat Ji, this is an experience. So this is for you today, your homework. Make this your Simran. That what you received in your life, that was your dark, deep secret, may have even turned out negative for you. That's not the point. The point is not if it turned out negative, if it turned out a mess, or if it turned out roses. The thing is, somebody was inside you and their nature. Connect to that one that is so close. Unal galla karo. Pyareo aao. Paatshah ji ki kehn lage? Khandanang kal kalesha prabh simar. When we remember that one, through in that way, all our conflicts of our mind will be gone, because we're not now trying to understand God. We're not trying to get it from somebody else. We just get it because I'm feeling you inside of me now. So Sangat Ji, ਸਾਖੀ याद आउंदी सी मन विच, पर साखी थोड़ी जी लंबी है, वो मैं खुले टाइम दे नाल सुनाऊंगा. हुण आपां अगे तुरीए. The Saki coming to my mind, but then it's just going to get really long, and I'm going to discipline myself and just continue. So Paatshah Ji saying to it, Kende hab rang maan hai jis sang taisyo. Kende, that it's any pleasure that you have taken from life, from all the different colors of life, whether that be food, whether that be the love with your partner, your children, the flowers, the scent of something, when you've taken the fragrance of something. Sangat Ji, yesterday we went for a walk as a family. We was walking past somebody's house, and my wife, she noticed these beautiful, you know, I think they call the crawler plants, and it was jasmine. And the scent of it was so beautiful that my wife said, that's jasmine. And I said, why don't you ask the house owner was outside looking after their plants. I said, why don't you ask? And my wife asked, is that jasmine? And you know what the inside desire was? That inside desire, what was it? That man ichhan daan karanang, and your gift comes forward. You know what? This is amazing how this has just come forward. Was that, oh wow, I wouldn't mind a few of those. And soon as my wife asked, are those jasmine? And you know what she said? Daan karanang, that one is so close. She said, do you want some? My wife's like, and I was like, yeah, go on. She's like, yeah, we want some. So went and got a whole bowl full, and she gave this whole dabba, whole little bowl full of these jasmine flowers. And the fragrance of them, Sangat Ji, mind-blowing. Straight to the head. And it opens up some channels that, you know, it's amazing. And we brought those home. And first we just put them in this beautiful, like, open jar thing on the kitchen table. And you could just sit there, and the fragrance was just, wow. Literally, Vah. We get to experience Vaheguru Ji. Vah. That fragrance. And then we put a bit in the lounge, put a bit in the bedroom, and woke up this morning, it's like, wow. I was like, wow. No, it was Vah or wow, one of the two, you know, depending. If you felt English, then it was wow, and if you felt Punjabi, it was Vah. So that pleasure from that fragrance, experiencing these different colors, the colors of pleasure through the different senses. How is it possible? Jis sang tasyon, because there's somebody with you. Because there's the jyot of Vaheguru Ji inside of us. E srira merya har tum meh jyot rakhi ta tu jag meh aaya. Because there was a light placed inside of you, Bachi Singh sang. There's someone with you. If that one wasn't with you, you think you can experience and have the pleasure of those flowers? No. you're just going to be a pile of ash. You're just going to be that Jada Maya. Jada Maya means the one that doesn't know of itself and can't experience anything as well. Haven't got the awareness of the self and hasn't got the awareness of everything around. But if we are able to receive and experience the awareness of the scent of some beautiful jasmine, Sangat Ji, because that one is with us. If that one wasn't with us, we'd be more like that stone, like that dust in the ground. Prabh Simar. Make that become our Simran, our remembrance of Vaheguru Ji. If I'm taking the scent of these, that if Hab Rangamane, Sangat Ji, look, see the way we're going through this Hukamnama. Make this Hukamnama your experience of life. Think of the colors of life that you get to experience. Think of a beautiful food that you ate yesterday and you was like, oh my God. And you went, Vah, if you felt Punjabi, and you went, wow, if he was feeling English. You know, Habarang maan hai, jis sang. Think, contemplate now. It's because of Vaheguru Ji, because of that one that's with you. The jot's gone. What can you experience? Nothing. That's your Simran now. That's your Simran for today. Laye nehu. Bhaji saying, fall in love with that true friend, Sajanada. Mera Sajanada. Say these words now. Let's say them together. Sajanada. Mera Sajanada. You are my friend. Because if it wasn't for you, my friend, I couldn't experience the beautiful fragrance of that jasmine. I couldn't experience laughing with my children as per Guru Arjun Dev Ji Ji tell us in Sri Sukhmani Sahib. Become the words of Sri Sukhmani Sahib. That I'm enjoying laughing with you. The color of laughter, it's because of you, because you are with me, Sang. Sajanada, you are my friend, aren't you? It's because of you I get to laugh, I get to enjoy that color. Sajanada, Mera Sajanada. Wow, that's how close you are. Because I wouldn't even be able to smell without you. I wouldn't be able to laugh without you. It's because of you. Oh, thank you. Nikata Kaloida. Oh, now I get it. That's how close you are. All this experience is because of you. Nikata Kaloida mera Sajanada. Janiyada har janiyada. Oh, so now without you, what's the point to life? It's because of you I'm experiencing life, so you are even more precious to me than my own life. Because even if this life doesn't exist, you still do, and I've still got you. Janiyada har janiyada. Nan aloida har janiyada. I've experienced you through my inner eyes now. That nan aloya kat kat soya at amrit priya guda. That Nanak say akhniya biyan jini desando ma piri. Those eyes are so totally different. And now I was living in ignorance, but now I've got the mascara of fear that has of realizing your presence. And now with that mascara of now the ornament of love, I can experience you with those eyes of wisdom. So aao samapti kariye pyareo. Make these words your experience. Gurbani isn't something we read. Gurbani is something we become. Vaheguru. Laiye nehu. Fall in love with that friend. So that one, Shoho mean our husband. That's our true husband inside. Bindana Visaro. Don't even forget that one for a moment. Nanak jin sundar rachya deho. The one that has created, rachya, made this beautiful body for us to be able to experience that one in so many different ways. Pauri Jio Pran. You are the one that has blessed me with this life. Pran with this breath. Tan with this body. Tan with the wealth of all of these elements. Diya Dine Raspog. You are the one. It's because of your light inside of me that I am able to enjoy Bhog, the ras, the pleasures of this world. Thank you, Vaheguru, thank you. Greh Mandar, if you keep thanking Vaheguru Ji like that, there's no room for depression left. Greh Mandar, you've given this greh, this house, because you gave the earth to be able to make the bricks, to build this house. You gave the trees to bless us with the wood to build our homes. Mandar, mansions, Rath, the chariots, meaning us, our horses, meaning our cars. You gave us the Tarti. You gave us this beautiful earth where the metal comes from that makes our cars. You gave us this brain where the intellect comes from to create, to engineer our cars for us to be able to drive. Thank you, Vaheguru Ji. Leh jahe vijog, then the pain of separation will leave us, because now we're in remembrance through everything. Every time this tongue goes, oh, that's so tasty, I remember you, because if it wasn't for your light, I wouldn't be able to taste anything. Sad Sang Har Gun Ramaho. We've just done Sangat now. We've just experienced Sad Sang now. Har Gun Ramaho. Now, sing, contemplate, speak, say the qualities, embrace the qualities of Vaheguru Ji. Bin se sab rog, all our diseases will be taken away. Living like this, Sangat Ji, all our diseases will be taken away. There'll be no space left for home. There'll be no space left for I, because there will be no such thing. If that food you've just swallowed is delicious, you know now it's because of Vaheguru Ji's light. It's because of my friend, my Sajanara that is inside of me. There's no room left for homemade that was killing me before. So I taste that food and I say, Vaheguru, it's because of you. It's because of you. Your light is allowing me to enjoy this. Home is finished. I don't exist anymore. My existence of the I am was my separation. Sajanada, mera sajanada, nikt khaloida mera sajanada, janiyada, har janiyada, nan aloida, har janiyada. Vaheguru Ji, that nan aloya, kat soya, at amrit priya nguda. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.